What's going on, guys? Seth and Chevy here. We just watched episode 5 of season 2 of Frieren. We're going to be talking full spoilers ahead, so hopefully you've had a chance to watch this episode, and we'll do a real quick recap. We got a two-parter, well, not a two-parter, but two little stories in this episode. First one, Frieren comes across an old friend, I guess, somebody she knows from the past, like everybody in this world, who is a little leprechaun who has been spending 200 years looking for boss something. Remember the name of it? I don't know, but it's a liquor that's underground, right?
Yeah.
He's been spending a bunch of time mining. He's not even like technically. I mean, he's a dwarf, so he learned how to mine, but he's more of a city guy, I guess. But anyway, he's been spending a long time trying to find this, and asked Frieren to help him because he found a door that has a. What is it, like
a barrier?
A barrier over it, and he needs her help. It's going to take like 3 months to take care of. So Frieren doesn't want to do it, but they decide to do it anyway because
he's gonna pay up
money. Yeah. She's not excited about it though because she knows the alcohol and says it's not very good. But eventually helps him. They get in, they try it. It's not very good, but through some flashbacks and present discussion, it kind of is a story of even with bad liquor, you can have a good time with your friends. So you got to be there in the present and just, make a good time out of, bad situations, basically. And the leprechaun guy, I forgot his name, but I love his design. Definitely just made a good time and drank and got wild. Second part, they're traveling along in the beer region and run across, what is it called, the something company?
It's a trading company.
Trading company that she has come across in the past who she owes a debt to, a debt that she can't pay back. It's so much money that'll take like 300 years or something to pay off. So Frieren gets thrown into the mines, and she, without a fight, goes to pay back her debt. And Stern and Fern, Stark and Fern, I got them mixed, same person. They are trying to find a way to get her out. And while they do that, she's in the mines working. She's using her magic to help locate, ore deposits. And then the guy who runs the company basically talks with her and says they need silver, and that would pretty much clear her debt. So she helps acquire the silver with her magic. There's a scene where she does all this crazy stuff just to point in a direction, and they just get to work. So she's being useful. They find the silver, clear her debt, which is good because Stark and Fern, I was like, what did I say last time? I got to make sure I don't say that again. We're getting ready to raid the place, I guess, that night. So they didn't have to do that. And now that the company has silver, the bread in the area won't be as hard anymore. Anything I miss?
That was pretty much it.
Thoughts?
I liked it a lot.
We got a buffet of different things going on in this episode.
And there was just a lot of like dorky humor, which I really liked. Especially with the dwarf and the booze adventure. I like how obsessed he was, and Frieren's just like, I've seen people spend their whole life doing something and then saw what it did to them when it didn't pan out. And but then the flashback with Hyder, basically Hyder's just like, yeah, if it's crappy, that's fine. I'll just drink it with my friends and it'll still be fun, right? So which is, obviously kind of was the moral of that entire story, is like, bad things don't have to be bad. You can enjoy things with your friends regardless. So
True.
But that whole thing was just kind of fun. I also like how she grew as a person and was like, it's going to take 3 months. These two ain't going to like that. Because every time I do something that takes more than 5 minutes, they're bitching because they don't live as long as me.
Again, they were so quick to want to stick around.
But then he was like, I will give you, it was like 2 gold or something like that, which is a lot of money in their world. And both of them were like, 3 months for 2 gold, we'll take that. Like,
I think it was like 100 something.
What was it? I thought it was like 2 gold and like a bunch of silver.
Oh yeah, maybe I got that mixed.
I might be wrong. Regardless, he offered a lot of money for it, and they were just like, "We'll be okay for 3 months. That money will make us comfortable for a while. So then ironically, they go to a town where she had to give up all her money. So didn't work out so well with her.
Yeah, funny how that worked.
Yeah. So yeah, get to the trading company. She made a verbal agreement, which lesson here for all of you who have ever make an agreement with anybody, including your employer, get things on paper. Because her verbal agreement to pay it whenever wasn't written down, and he wants the money now. So in a very pitiful display of obedience, Frieren gets toted off, and that whole scene was just hilarious. She got her in like a knapsack basically and a pickaxe that I don't even know if she's picking up, to be honest. She's so skinny.
I know.
And she just eyes closed, real pitiful. She's like, sorry, my journey's over. I'm here for 300 years. It was nice knowing you. And then they pick her up and she's just like, Johnny.
Yeah, I like how she just gave up. As soon as like the next day, she's already dressed up for it, and they come and pick her up. She couldn't even walk there on her own.
She was so pitiful. It was
Yeah.
amazing. So yeah, I loved that. That was like peak humor for me. And then yeah, in the mine, she does like the most insane looking spell ever. Everyone's like in awe of her, and then a light comes out of her staff to point the way.
She's basically using
Magic.
I forgot what the thing's called in Deep Rock Galactic, but the scanner.
Yeah,
That's what she's using.
summoning a whole universe just to point a light in a direction. So that was a overkill display for a navigation tool, basically.
When an episode that didn't have any action, I guess they had to use some of the budget for something. So
And then yeah, I love when she came out after making the deal. You get the silver, your debt is paid. She comes out, and like you said, they said they're about to raid the place, but the subtle Fern just lifting the staff up, like just to reinforce, like I was gonna blow that place up.
yeah,
So that was also very funny. So
I like how Stark just looked exhausted too.
yeah, he can't handle stress at all.
Yeah.
So weird trait for a warrior. Yeah, fun episode though. I had a lot of fun. Apparently next week we're on break, and then we're starting a 5-episode arc, I assume. So, but it was good.
Which our plan is, as anybody who follows the channel might know, and if you don't, now you know, we're watching this, doing episodic reviews of JJK, but in that time where we won't be watching those next week, we also plan on watching through the seasons of Hell's Paradise and Trigun, Stargaze. So we'll probably start one of those that day, and the day we typically film, or maybe 2 days next week. I don't know. We'll see. And start making some progress through those shows. Yeah. And if we get far enough into them, maybe we'll do like a mid-season review or something, just to give you guys something. So yeah. My thoughts on this episode, though, I really liked it. The first part went really quick, like so much so like that I was like, is that the whole episode? I was like, oh yeah,
right.
hold on. I was like, there's no fucking way this went that quick. Like, it was fun, but it wasn't like that fun. Like,
Right.
But yeah, the first segment was cool. It was just kind of what this show does, kind of a lesson in life from, her prior adventures, and now being reminded of them in the present with new people who are learning them for the first time, kind of carrying the torch forward in life lessons. I do, I like the sentiment, just because I do agree that, even when shit's not that cool, you can still have a good time. So I appreciate the lesson there, I guess. I liked I think the dwarves' design in this show are like, it's just funny looking, because they're like really, not only small, but they're like not like buff or anything really. They're just like these little
They're
dudes.
real skinny.
Yeah.
Though anytime we see Eisen without his shirt, he's like ripped.
Yeah,
still,
but like
so.
they just look so small. Like, and then this guy he looked like a little leprechaun to me. I thought he was adorable. But yeah, just him trying to get in there and get that alcohol, which wasn't great. I want to know what it was and why. Like, what would be the worst tasting alcohol ever? Because I've had some pretty bad tasting alcohols.
Well, I like how it's like it's lost to time, right? And at the time in which it did exist, and she made a bunker full of the stuff, it was like it was like the Budweiser of that time.
Yeah.
So
So maybe it's just like tastes like piss or whatever.
and
like,
because
it'll
she
stay
was and then because she was bored, she wrote that giant placard calling it the best thing ever, which just like messed up that guy's life.
Yeah, well, yeah. For 200 years, which is crazy. But yeah, that was fun. The second part, though, I thought was a lot more fun just because of the whole situation. At first, I'm like, what are they going to do with the debt situation? But then, like, that Frieren just is like, oh, this is my journey's end, basically. Like, see you guys later. Like, just how defeatist she was about that was just so ridiculous. Especially because there was like no conversation really. Like, Stark and Fern just looking at her like, what? And then she's like gets carried away. And they're like, okay, well, we gotta figure this out because she's not gonna do it because she's just gonna work here for 300 years and she can, but they can't. So that kind of throws a wrench in their whole plan. Yeah, and then the scene with her locating or whatever was fun to watch, but the payoff was. Because there was no payoff was really funny about like that. I was just like, that's ridiculous that was the whole scene. I also like how intimidating the miners come off. Mm-hmm. Like they're all like shadowy eyed and carrying her off, and later they show up. She's like, all right, let's get this started or whatever. I'm like, what are you gonna have like a prison fight? Like what the hell's going on?
It reminds me of the ruffians in the bar when she's looking for a sweet shop in season 1.
Oh yeah. So I forgot about that. And then she just ends up helping. They're all stoked about it. So it's so ridiculous. And then the history of the area I always find interesting in this show. How she's talking about the guy who runs the companies. I guess whoever came before him. I forgot the word for that.
It was his grandfather.
Yeah. Well, it's just 2 people before him. Yeah. So that was fun. Also interesting that some things about him are similar. Some things are different. He's obviously a lot more. Stern about getting his money back, which makes complete sense.
Rules.
Yep. I think it's funny that she has like a wanted sign. Like
there's a whole wall of people who owe debts, and
just over a misunderstanding. They're like, "Fucking, oh, you're here. We can finally take care of this." And then resolution. She finds the silver. Of course she did. That's an easy fix. And then she just walks out of there. So I just I can't get over how easily. She was just like, okay, I guess I'm working here for 300 years. So, but to her, I guess 300 years is different than somebody who isn't going to live 300 years. So, yeah.
I'm sure she also presumes most of the time she's going to figure something out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because when they're talking about raiding the place, she's like, you guys are a little too, I forgot, hot-headed or whatever. Yeah. So, because she was taking a different approach of going like, oh, I guess I'll just figure it out as I go, as opposed to them going like, we got to fix this now, because we got shit to do. So.
Gonna live to be like maybe 80. We got to get her out.
Yeah, can't wait for this. So, which is just funny from both them because they're both just like so passive and quiet. I guess that they're just kind of like bust her out of there.
I also just like see the conversation as just Fern suggesting they blow the place up, and Stark's just like, do we have to? Mm-hmm.
So, that's how he looked. Yeah, like he was not stoked to do whatever he had to do next. So. But yeah, overall good episode, good variety of stuff going on here. No action at all in this episode, and it was great. Yeah. So the show does a great job at being charming, full of humor, and some depth in the ambient lore of the world. So I liked it. And yeah, no episode next week, which sucks, but can't wait for the episode that comes the next week. And yeah, that's all I got. Anything else?
No, I mean, other than the fact that I think it's crazy that both JJK and Frieren are off next week, and both of them are starting their major plot points again the week after. So
yeah, especially because JJK, and we're not talking about that here because this isn't a review for that, but the pacing of the show so far kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So
it's just weird timing for both shows.
Yeah.
But anyways.
All right. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about this episode. What are your favorite parts, least favorite parts if you have any, and anything that happened in the episode you want to talk about that we didn't talk about, let us know in the comments. And then, recommendations if you have anything you want us to watch. Can't do this season, but next season maybe we can. So movies, TV, anime, anything we'll take into consideration, but we can't guarantee we will watch it, but we'll think about it. We'll take it into consideration, like I said. I think that's about everything. I already went through what we are watching this season. So until the next episode, I've been Seth, this has been Chevy, and we will talk to you guys later.